years old. And as 6 years old, one of my favorite activity was to go to my grandma's house during summer holidays. So there I was in my grandma's house enjoying my holidays, and on that one afternoon, grandma was taking her afternoon nap. And as a child, you always get hungry when there is no one around to give you food. So I was in that state and I was very hungry and couldn't wait for grandma to wake up. So I decided, let grandma sleep, let her have a rest. I ventured into the kitchen and started looking for the snacks to eat. And I opened one box after another, and for sure I found my snacks. But in the same snacks box, I found something else. And when I found that and saw that, my eyes were wide open. Hello friends, I'm Monica Dhake. I'm money coach and I help my client to manage and grow money and have fun doing that. And I'm also co-author of the book Wings of Women, which is getting published on 11th of March. So back to my grandma's kitchen. I opened that snacks box, took out some snacks, and I found something at the bottom of that box. So I reached out and pulled it out. And you know what it was? It's like that some old newspaper, crumpled one, and instead of throwing into the dustbin, my grandma threw it in that box. So I reached out, pulled it out, and no, there was something else in that newspaper. So I just opened that. And I found a treasure. There was money inside that. I could not hold my excitement. I said, this is the time I should show world that I can find the treasure. And I went to my grandma and said, Grandma, wake up, wake up, wake up. I found the treasure. And my grandma's like, treasure? Where? I said, in our house, in your kitchen. And she said, in kitchen. And I pulled her hand and get her into the kitchen and show her that my treasure. And she started laughing. She's like, Monica, sorry to disappoint you, but this is not the treasure you're looking from your storybooks. This is the money I'm keeping so that we can have it in case of some emergency happens. And I don't want to run out of the money, so I'm saving it every month and keeping it into these boxes. And I was like, wow, grandma is so smart. So guys, here is your lesson number 1 of investment. Before you start investing, make sure you have enough money saved for your rainy days or in case of emergencies. Because if you don't have that emergency cash in hand, the best investment strategy in the world will fail because you never have your base covered. So the first rule of investment is first cover your bases. Make sure you have some specific amount kept aside to take care of your emergencies, unforeseen situations. And how much money that should be? Well, ideal case, it would be somewhere between 3 to 6 months of your expenses. So calculate your monthly expenses and just calculate for your own how much that amount should be. So it should be somewhere between 3 to 6 months of expenses. So now with this profound knowledge from my grandmother, I came back to my home and I started spying on my mother. I wanted to make sure whether she has learned something from her mother or no. And I kept spying and spying and spying. And my mother, I never saw her putting any money in any of the boxes. Well, let me tell you a secret. Once she was sleeping, I even checked those boxes that maybe she is hiding from me and money is there. But there was no money. I was like, what? Why you are not saving for your rainy days? You should do it. But as a 6 years old, thankfully, I didn't have guts to tell that to my mom. So I kept spying on her. And one day I found out this lady, my mom, who is never saving her money the way her mother does, was giving away some money to people in the bank and the post office for nothing. She was just giving out money, and those people will just give her one piece of paper, and that's all. And when I saw that, I was like angry. Then I said, this is the time I should confront my mother. And I said, Mom. And she's like, what? I said, Mom, first of all, you're not saving the money the way your mother does. And on top of that, you're just giving away money to this bank and post office people for nothing in exchange of this just one piece of paper. And she started laughing. She was like, Monica, you're still a child, but I think you need to learn these lessons now. I'm not giving away money to the bank and post office people. I'm saving it. And instead of saving the way your grandma does, instead of keeping it in under your bed or in your boxes in the kitchen, I'm putting it in the bank and post office so that we can earn little bit interest on that, and it will just grow our money little bit. And I was like, wow, my mom is so smart. I'm super proud of her. So friends, here comes your investment lesson number 2. Keep your money for your rainy days, but make sure you're not keeping that under the bed or into your, in my grandma's place, into your boxes in the kitchen. Instead of that, put it into the some place where you can earn interest on that and keep money growing up, so that your cash is not suffering from the inflation and you are also getting some money extra, plus it's liquid enough so that you can pull it out whenever you need it. And I must tell you, my mom was a super smart lady. I had a huge respect for her until one day, I think it was my 18th birthday, she gifted me a gold necklace. Now let me tell you the truth. I never saw such a beautiful gold necklace in my life. Maybe because I never had it. And I was like, Mom, this is gold. And she was like, yes, this is for you. And I was like, Mom, did you take out all the money from your banks and post office and you purchase this gold? Because this must be very expensive, right? And she was like, yes, it is. But I have not took out that money because that's for our rainy days. In case if we need it. This is in addition to that, every now and then when I have little extra money, I was purchasing little gold here and there and like that. So over the years, I accumulated some pieces of gold. And on your 18th birthday, I wanted to give you this beautiful necklace. And let me tell you, friends, that was the most beautiful thing happened to me on my 18th birthday. Not only that I got a gold necklace, but I got my another lesson in the investment. Your lesson number 3. Cash is good, but it suffers the inflation. Post office and banks investment, your monthly recurring scheme or your FDs, recurring FDs, all that is good, but that's not the end of the investment, because the money, the paper notes or the coins, all that is just a currency. It's not a real money. It decreases its value over the time. The real money is a precious metal. The gold, the silver. And as women, I know you like it. Yes? So don't feel guilty about it. Just go and buy some more for yourself. Well, now don't take my words and go and spend all your money and make gold as your total investment asset. Let me tell you why. Gold is all backed. Gold is good, yeah, and as women we love it. So buy it whatever you really want to use it. So buy that in the form of ornament, but don't just buy ornament as an investment. If you're not going to use it, make sure you're buying the gold in the form of the coins and the bars, so that when you actually exchange it or sell it, you don't suffer that the losing the extra money because of the impurities in it. And in addition to that, the gold is the real money. There is one little bit problem with that. You can you can you can you can have that money or whatever your asset in the gold. You can take your money back only when you are selling it. So while you're holding your gold, you're holding your asset, but it's doing nothing for you. It's just like a dead investment. Yes, absolutely, it's going in the price, going up in the price, and it's a real money. I totally agree with that. But when you say investment, it should be returning some amount to you every single month or every few months, and gold does not do that for you. So make sure, even if you are investing in the gold, and I say you should, to answer how much, probably your worth of your 1 year of expenditure, 1 year or 2 years of expenditure, depending on your gut feeling how much is enough for you, but it's totally not your total investment. Yeah, get it? So buy gold, invest in a gold, enjoy it, and also keep it as a form of the investment. But you need to move ahead of the goal. You need to look through the investment which will not only grow your money, but will also give you return in that period when you are holding that investment. Now I know you saying, yeah, I heard about lots of such investment, like investment in the stocks and bonds and the mutual fund and in the real estate. But isn't that hard for me? I don't understand any of those things. Well, let me ask you one question. Do you have your favorite brand in makeup, or in shoes, or in a clothing? And that brand is so favorite that even if there are hundreds of other brands competing for your attention, you always go and buy from that brand only. And you are not only the buyer of that brand, you are also the marketer of that brand, because you don't stop with yourself. You tell your family, you tell your friend, you tell everyone you know, this is the brand, you should buy from this brand, this is the best thing. And at a times, you even convince them to change their brand and get back to your brand. And you're marketing it furiously. So don't you think, if you're loving that brand so much and marketing it so dearly, shouldn't you be getting some return on it? Will there be some other ladies who love the brand so much as you do? And if everyone is loving that brand so much and doing the free marketing for them, don't you think its shares are doing well in the market? Is it easy for you to analyze for the things because you already know a lot about that brand? Yes. There comes your investment lesson number 4. Invest only in those things which you understand. Don't go as per hot tips, because even it's called hot tip, it might not be that hard. Sometimes by the time you act on that tip, it becomes so cold that you lose all your money. So your investment lesson number 4 is invest in the things which you know. And be assured, the investment is not a rocket science. Don't let it push you back when you hear the word of investment. As I told you, it's not a rocket science. And women in the rocket science are crushing it. So we can surely do it for the investment, isn't it? Take care. Happy investment. And if you need any help, don't forget to reach out. Help is always available to you. Chalo, bye bye.